When the Chinese Buddhist monk Yijing, Tsing, traveled across the Indian Ocean in the 7th century CE, he was not trying to write adventure stories or royal history. His memoirs were meant to preserve a living picture of Buddhist India and the intellectual world connected to it. What makes his writings remarkable today is how detailed and human they feel. Through his observations, we see monasteries, classrooms, ports, rituals, food, travel hardships, and the daily rhythm of scholars moving between India and Southeast Asia. One of the strongest impressions from Yijing's memoirs is the immense prestige of Nalanda University. He describes it not as a symbolic center of learning, but as a functioning international institution where thousands of monks studied philosophy, logic, medicine, grammar, and Buddhist scriptures. According to him, students were expected to debate rigorously, memorize vast texts, and maintain strict discipline. Admission itself was difficult. Yijing repeatedly emphasizes that true scholarship required years of training in Sanskrit and Buddhist doctrine before a monk could even hope to translate texts accurately. His memoirs also reveal how connected the Indian Ocean world already was during the 7th century. Before reaching India, Yijing spent years in Srivijaya, likely centered in modern Indonesia. He praised it as an excellent place for Chinese monks to learn Sanskrit grammar and Buddhist practices before traveling onward to India. This detail is important because it shows that Buddhism was not moving in a straight line from India to China. Instead, there existed a vast maritime network of scholars, merchants, sailors, and monasteries linking Bengal, Southeast Asia, and China together. Unlike some travelers who focused mainly on kings and wars, Yijing paid close attention to rituals and monastic life. He carefully recorded how monks bathed, prayed, ate, wore robes, and conducted ceremonies. He compared Indian customs with Chinese Buddhist practices and sometimes criticized Chinese monks for drifting away from older traditions. His goal was preservation. He feared that authentic teachings and practices might gradually disappear or become distorted. Another striking feature of his memoirs is their realism about travel itself. Sea voyages were dangerous, storms were frequent, disease was common, and communication across languages was difficult. Yet Yijing presents scholarship as something worth enduring hardship for. In his writings, the pursuit of knowledge becomes a sacred journey crossing oceans and cultures. Today, Yijing's memoirs remain one of the most valuable first-hand records of early medieval India and the Buddhist world. They do more than describe monuments or religion, they capture an entire intellectual civilization in